Hey everybody, welcome back to the Pressing Matters. I'm Scott. Thank you for tuning in today. Thank you for your support. Today I'm going to be taking a look at the Duke Ellington John Coltrane release from Acoustic Sound series. They have 3 in this particular group of Duke Ellington releases on Impulse. This is the first, and there's a couple more coming very shortly. The second is Duke Ellington and Johnny Hartman, and the third is Duke Ellington and Coleman Hawkins, due on May 13th. The Johnny Hartman's available probably in the next couple of days, so looking forward to that as well. I'll have links below for all those listings in Amazon if you're interested. You can pick them up through those links. It would help out the channel. So before I get to the review, if you're new and haven't already, please consider subscribing. If you could hit subscribe and notification, you'll be sure to get notified of any new content that comes up. So if you go back with me a little bit, you know that I did a somewhat controversial video a little while back on John Coltrane, and it was titled, what was it titled? Why Am I Not Getting Into John Coltrane? And it was kind of covering Crescent and Village Vanguard, but in general, the releases that I've had of Coltrane, I was kind of having trouble understanding Coltrane, getting into him, his sound, his leanings towards avant-garde. And I finally decided, you know, to explore this album because of the involvement of Duke Ellington. And I like Duke Ellington, and I have many releases from Duke Ellington, and I was like, I don't know how this is going to go with him and John Coltrane. They seem so different in a way. But Duke Ellington is the highlighter on this album. John Coltrane is the featured performer. And it's almost more like a John Coltrane album to me, although, you know, Duke Ellington has the arrangements and the support and writing as well. So it is kind of a 50-50, but, you know, it's hard to avoid talking about John Coltrane as the primary force in the album. What it kind of boiled down to when I really thought about my exposure to Coltrane so far, which was Blue Train quite a while ago, Lush Life, which I liked a lot, Crescent, Vanguard, and Ballads. And I kind of came to realize that at least at this point now, the things that I can really get into with Coltrane are slower tempo numbers, ballads, more lyrical playing. And that's what I found on this record for the most part. The first cut on side 1, very easy and accessible to get into. The whole of side 2 was like the same type of ballad tempo. And I really find that when he's put in that kind of setting, the playing really shines. It's a little more easy to assimilate than some of the busier, more avant-garde leanings of Coltrane. And there's none of that on here, even though more up-tempo tracks are accessible. But I really liked the combination of Duke and John. There's other artists on the album. Let me tell you a little bit about it. It also features Sam Woodward, Jimmy Garrison, Elvin Jones on drums, and Aaron Bell on bass. And the compositions are all originals, I believe. Yes, In a Sentimental Mood was an Ellington composition, I think from a while back. And Take the Coltrane is also Duke Ellington. Big Nick is John Coltrane. Stevie is by Duke Ellington. And My Little Brown Book is by Billy Strayhorn. Angelica is by Duke Ellington. And The Feeling of Jazz is by Duke Ellington. So Compositionally, this is really heavy on Duke Ellington. The sound on the record is wonderful. Like most of these reissues from the Acoustic Sounds Jazz series, either Impulse or Verve, the pressings are impeccable. The masterings are wonderful. Ryan K. Smith did the mastering. The sound is fantastic for this era of Impulse, and the sound really drew me in. It's actually a very, very engaging listen sonically, and that always is a big plus for me, especially if I find the music a little new or different. A sound can really win me over, and it did absolutely on this. The next two releases, the Johnny Hartman and Coleman Hawkins, really looking forward to them after hearing this. I really think that as I go back and listen to the Coltrane that I have, I'm finding more and more that I can appreciate what he was doing in these other albums. Ballads was an easy one for me, of course, because like I said, I like ballads as far as his playing, but even the more out there stuff, and I know Love Supreme is considered one of his best albums, and I can appreciate what he's doing, but it is a little out there for me, and I'm slowly getting it more and more. So this has been really a fascinating journey, listening to these Coltrane albums, and personally I don't want to miss one of them. I know that these are things that are going to be cornerstones of my jazz collection, and whether I get it right away or not, it doesn't matter really. I know that they're important records, and I'm coming to appreciate everything on them slowly as time goes on. So it's a great series, the Acoustic Sounds Jazz series. I will leave links in the description box below if you're interested in picking them up. Until next time, this is Scott for the Pressing Matters. Have a great day.